Greetings and welcome to ValoU. I'm Zaladrith and I'll be your instructor for today. Today's class is Macro 150, the higher-lower rule. Simply put, the higher-lower rule is a rule of thumb that states that when your team is up in numbers, you should play more carefully and seek out advantages instead of fair fights. And when your team is down in numbers, you should seek to be more aggressive and proactive and taking any fair fights that you can find. Note that this is completely different from numbers advantage, which is talking about the number of players on each team involved in a specific skirmish, rather than all living players across the whole map. Now, playing safer when ahead might seem unintuitive at first. Advantage players tend to play more sloppily since they assume that they'll win the round anyway, feeling that they can afford to make more mistakes. However, it's not just about winning or losing the round. First off, playing carelessly is simply practicing bad habits. This is especially true if you win the round, as you might not even regret practicing making bad decisions, encouraging you to make further bad decisions in the future. If you assume every 1v1 in a 5v1 is a coin flip, there's only about a 3% chance of losing all 5 coin flips in a row. However, why not lower that to less than 1% by simply choosing to play better? While it won't happen often, throwing an otherwise unlosable round is a lot less fun than the joy you get from simply running at an enemy with your knife out for a few seconds before you get shot. And if that's not enough incentive, remember that every player you lose is another gun lost, precious creds that can prevent a save round later in the half, and can sometimes buy a hero gun in a save round that can turn the tides of an otherwise hopeless round. On the other hand, when your team is outnumbered, your instinct might be to just back up into a corner in fear, since moving around exposes you to more locations and sounds terrifying. If your team's goal is to go far away and save, then this will work perfectly fine. However, if you're legitimately still trying to win the round, slowing down and playing carefully is actually one of the worst choices you can make. This is because time works differently for each team. Imagine Valorant as a board game where you get one move every 6 seconds. Each time you get to move once, the enemy team gets 5 moves, essentially getting 30 seconds of action. Every turn that you're not eliminating an enemy is another turn that you're giving them to set up a plan, move to better positions and angles, create kill zones, prepare utility, or ultimately just swing you together to outgun you. Also, if you have to plant or defuse, they have enough players to easily stall you out on time, even if they peek one by one. For instance, let's say you have 20 seconds to defuse a spike planted in the open. If one enemy peeks every 3 seconds after you tap, even if you instantly one-tap each enemy and re-tap spike, it still takes 15 seconds to kill them all, leaving you 2 seconds short of a 7-second defuse. As such, the best you can hope for when outnumbered against skilled opponents is to hunt for skirmishes before your opponents can coordinate with their numbers. If you think about it, committing to a fair fight such as a 1v1 is a better choice for the team that's down players, since waiting for a different fight is only going to increase the chances that another enemy gets there in time, turning it into a 1v2 or worse. Grouping up with any surviving teammates and constantly pushing together by moving stealthily is thus very important to ensuring enemies can't properly surround you to properly coordinate a numbers advantage skirmish, but we'll get into breaking encirclement in another class. On the flip side, staying still will just keep enemy callouts and information accurate for longer, making it harder to isolate 1v1s, and making it easier for them to surround and contain you. In summary, the higher-lower rule states that you should play more carefully when your team is ahead, and play more aggressively when you're behind. Maximize your lead when you're ahead by taking every advantage you can get, rather than throwing away your advantage by taking fairer fights. Don't get scared when you're behind, instead seek out fair fights. Time is on the side with more players, and hunting for engagements before more numerous opponents can coordinate can help prevent getting pinned down and encircled. That's all for today's lesson. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to the lecturer or the TAs in the comments below. Thanks for attending, and we hope you enjoy your stay here at ValoU.
One enemy remaining.
He's home too. Dude, you're insane. You're insane.